What's up, y'all? It's Ty in this video. Today, we're going to go over talking about this new CFP cards that are coming to College Football 25 Ultimate Team tomorrow, as well as going over the Makerights that EA did give us for the lockers. Now, I don't know if they're actually Makerights the right way. I'll show you guys here in a second. But on my screen, they only say Season 4 lockers. It doesn't say, extra large locker, anything like that. So maybe, I guess maybe it's just the Season 4 lockers that are the Makerights. I guess, like, the extra large lockers, those types of things are probably, accurate. I don't know. We'll talk about that here in a second. But let's first dive into the cards we do know are dropping for sure in the CFP drop. Jaiden Ausberry up first. How about the Fighting Irishman? How about him? Right outside linebacker, 90 speed, 89 acceleration, decent strength, tackling, solid enough blockshot. Thing for me about this card is he's going to get after the quarterback pretty well. His block shed's good. What does his zone coverage look like? What does the change direction look like? Because, as a pure power rusher, in my opinion, he's fine. I think the problem lies with the fact that his speed and acceleration aren't that high. And so when I'm looking at Ausberry, and I know we have some of the other, top right outside linebackers in the game, that is definitely a problem in my opinion. So obviously I don't hate this card whatsoever. I think this card is fine. But again, we have very, very, very talented right now outside linebackers in the game. Ausberry is just another one. Then we see TJ Moore, wide receiver from Clemson, 95 speed, 96 jump, solid catching traffic. Route running is really good for TJ Moore. Now, I've been telling people, guys, to be careful at the wide receiver position. I figured, cards would come soon to drive down the prices. TJ Moore is exactly that, guys. He's a 6'3" wide receiver that, honestly, I'd phrase it like this. Who would not want TJ Moore? He's an absolute beast, an absolute stud on this game. And again, if you are in need of a wide receiver, TJ Moore is the man with the plan. So, again, I don't know price-wise what he will be like tomorrow. That's something, obviously, we have to keep an eye on. But it is definitely worth your time to just keep an eye on that. Now, one thing I do want to mention, no LTD corner. And honestly, I feel like that's something that we need more and more of are the cornerback positions. Again, the wide receiver prices with the CFP drop will, as well as a new wide receiver added into the game, will definitely drop by quite a bit come tomorrow. So hopefully you guys haven't been holding the bag on any wide receivers, because again, I do expect their prices to drop by a decent amount come tomorrow. So that's just kind of briefly how I'm thinking about this. Again, this outside linebacker, I don't necessarily think he's bad, but I don't necessarily love the card either. So that's kind of what to note there. If you have a Randy Moss, Xavier Worthy, I'm hoping, again, that you got rid of them sooner rather than later. Hopefully you're not still holding the bag on those specific cards, because, their prices are just going to slowly dwindle over the course of the next little while. So did want to, briefly cover that as we are getting, the new CFP drop and another really solid wide receiver. Now, as far as Makerights, this is exactly what we've gotten, and I'll show you guys exactly how it looks, how it appears. You guys can see Season 4 locker times 3. So it says we have 3 Season 4 lockers to open up for our collection today. Now, am I a fan of this? Well, I'll say this. I'm glad we got a Makeright. Do I think it's a perfect Makeright? No, but I am glad that we do have a Makeright added into the game. It is something that I do think is something that EA does well. Is the fact that if they make a mistake, which I'll be honest, EA does make a decent amount of mistakes. Normally they do drop Makerights. Now I have 3 packs to open up. I'm hoping I pull something good out of here. Now again, I'm not expecting it, but I think these are what everybody pulled those one coin things out of. KJ Jefferson, the first card today. I guess, I'm not gonna sit here and hate too much on KJ Jefferson, but at the end of the day, he's not a card that's ever gonna play for me, and honestly, he's probably just gonna be quick sold. I don't like KJ Jefferson whatsoever. Miller Moss up next. What is up with the quarterbacks? KJ Jefferson, Miller Moss, and then we get a 90 overall Money Parks. At least they're better than getting 1 coin, but none of those cards are good. None of those cards play, and honestly, none of those cards are gonna sell for anything either. And so, look, it is what it is. You gotta just take what, EA gives you. But when I'm looking at these cards in the auction house, these cards are probably all going to be at their minimums. Like Miller Moss, he's at his minimum. So, I mean, I guess I could quick sell them. I guess I'll hold on to them. But as far as Makerights, I'm not the biggest fan of these whatsoever. But that's going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. The content coming tomorrow. I don't mind the CFB drop. I think it's probably my favorite drop right now in the game. I don't like Ausberry. I don't think he's great. TJ Moore is an absolute stud. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.